I kindly ask that we rise for the academic procession.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I constitute this a congregation of Rhodes University. Please be seated.
Chancellor, the Honorable Justice Lexham Party, Chairperson of the Rhodes University Council, Mr. Vuyo Katla, President of the Rhodes University Convocation, Professor Emeritus Peter Mtuza, our honorary graduate, Professor Glenda Gray, the University Public Orator, Distinguished Professor Paul Malem, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Deans, Registrar, Heads of Academic Departments, academic and support staff colleagues, President and other members of the Student Representative Council, proud parents, guardians, siblings and friends of our graduates, honored guests, and most important, our graduates. This is a day of joy. This is a day of celebration. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the second of 6 graduation ceremonies of 2019 at Rhodes University. Graduation ceremonies are an important highlight in our university calendar. They afford us a special opportunity to recognize, honor, and celebrate the academic success and achievements of our graduates. Graduation is a significant milestone which marks one of the most important and memorable experiences in the life of our graduates of any age. It marks the end and a new beginning. It is a culmination of many years of hard work and personal sacrifice, a celebration of a great personal accomplishment, a moment of joy and pride for parents and other family members, a time to reflect on the road traveled and to look forward to a future rich with promise. On behalf of our Chancellor, Council, and the entire Rhodes University community, I offer our warmest and proud congratulations to each one of you, our graduates, on your wonderful achievement. Completing a Rhodes University qualification is a particularly demanding undertaking. You and your family are justifiably proud of your remarkable personal accomplishment. We are immensely proud of you. Let me extend our heartfelt congratulations to those graduates who are the first in their family to earn a university degree. Having been one myself, I know too well what a proud and special moment this is. You have achieved what no one in your family has. This day will remain deeply etched on your memory and will remain a source of inspiration for you for the rest of your life. Hearty congratulations. Each one of you, our graduates, has your own unique story to tell about your own journey to the glorious achievement we are celebrating this afternoon. For some of you, the path to this day has been a long and a rocky one, requiring persistence, perseverance, and hard work. Others have had to confront and negotiate struggles of financial hardship that left them uncertain at the beginning of each year as to whether or not they would be able to continue with their studies. You have pulled through. Well done, and warm congratulations. I hope this public celebration of your achievements has consigned to a distant and ever-fading memory all the difficulties you encountered along the way. Over the years that you have been at Rhodes University, you have been sustained by the unfaltering support, loving sacrifices, and constant encouragement of your parents, guardians, siblings, friends, and loved ones. They have been there to provide advice and to cheer you up and cheer you on at times when you might have lost all hope. This day belongs as much to you as it does to them too. Please never turn your back on them. Can you please give a warm round of applause to all the families and those who supported our students? Thank you. We can only imagine the deep sense of happiness and fulfillment that they must be feeling, knowing that their many financial and other contributions have successfully supported the completion of your degree. The success and achievements we celebrate this afternoon also attest to the dedicated and committed support of our academic staff, tutors, laboratory technicians, computer assistants, support and administrative staff. We also acknowledge with great gratitude the important role played by our cleaners, cooks, gardeners, janitorial staff, watering staff, and student leaders in creating a rich and supportive intellectual, social, and physical environment for our students to develop, grow, and succeed in their academic endeavors. In our 2019 graduation ceremonies, we will also confer 5 honorary degrees on highly eminent individuals in recognition and celebration of their extraordinary lifetime achievements and contributions in the field of knowledge or scholarship, in public service, or in artistic creation. Their personalities and selfless service and sacrifices serve as an inspiration and an example worthy of emulation by all of us. These distinguished women and men are Professor Ian Scott, Professor Glenda Gray, Professor Emeritus George Ellis, Professor Pumla Kobodo Matigizela, and Chief Oenike Ogundai. In the 6 graduation ceremonies of 2019, a total of 2,321 students will receive their degrees and diplomas. Of these, 1,261, or 54%, are undergraduate bachelor's degrees, and 1,060, or 46%, are postgraduate degrees and diplomas. Of the 1,060 postgraduate students, 230 will be receiving their master's degrees. Of the 2,321 graduates, 61% are women. Sithi malibongwe, malibongwe. Siyayibonga imbokodo. 19% are international students. This year, we have produced 89 PhD graduates. The Faculty of Science has produced 38, the Faculty of Humanities 30, the Faculty of Commerce 3, the Faculty of Education 16, and the Faculty of Pharmacy 2. Our warm congratulations to all the faculty deans, heads of academic departments, and all the support staff in our academic departments. Let me for a moment address myself to our graduates. You have received the best education from one of the finest universities. With your Rhodes University qualification, you can embrace the future with confidence, courage, and conviction. Not only do you carry light with you, you are the light of the world. May your light shine before others and dispel the darkness of ignorance, prejudice, greed, selfishness, cynicism, hatred, hopelessness, and despair. May you brighten the corner wherever you find yourself. And as Germany can suggest, let your light shine as an inspiration to humanity and be the reason someone believes in the goodness of people. Now that you have a qualification from this great university, you are able to make life choices and define what success, fulfillment, and happiness mean for you. Whatever choices you make in life, never elevate personal ambition and single-minded pursuit of material or financial gain above all else. A lesson to be learned from the PIC Commission, which is chaired by our Chancellor, the Nugent Commission, of which our Chair of Council was a member, the State Capture Commission, and the Mohoro Commission, is that there is no honor in the abuse of public trust for private or personal benefit. Never allow the lure of instant gratification or convenience to cloud your good judgment. Whatever the future holds for you, always strive to be the best that you can possibly be. Always strive to live a life of virtue, a life of consequence. However you choose to define success, happiness, and fulfillment, never forget who you are or where you come from. Never forget those who have supported you, those who have stood by you through all your ups and downs. However you choose to define success, fulfillment, or happiness, never fail to treat others with respect, kindness, and decency. In all that you do, may you be guided by the values of social justice, empathy, integrity, honesty, compassion, and human solidarity, always endeavoring to brighten the corner where you are. You have so much to offer the world. Never for a moment doubt your capacity to make a positive change in our society. Never allow the fear of failure to drive you into the safety and placidity of inaction. When I became the Vice Chancellor of this great university, I made a public commitment that would make quality and transformative education accessible and affordable to academically capable young people of our country, regardless of their financial circumstances. Indeed, we must do all in our power to attract the best and the brightest from every section of our society and provide them with an opportunity to realize their hopes, dreams, and aspirations. In this regard, I humbly request you to help us honor this commitment by contributing generously to our annual fundraising campaign and other initiatives aimed at making the learning experiences we value so greatly here at Rhodes more available to all. As a graduate of this university, you join a special community of our alumni, extraordinary women and men who are making remarkable contributions and leading change wherever they find themselves. We will expect no less from you. We welcome you to this special and ever-growing community with whom you share a deep affection for this great institution. We invite you to visit the alumni table in the foyer to receive your special gift as a memento of this momentous occasion. Today is your special day to cherish and remember. May you cherish your university experience and the privilege of an excellent education you have received from this great university. May you cherish and treasure the bonds of friendship formed at Rhodes University and rooted in shared experiences and memories. And may these sustain you and last you a lifetime. We wish you much success, happiness, and fulfillment in the years ahead. We know that you'll play your part in making this world a better place for all of us and for generations to come as you brighten the corner where you are. For two of our highly esteemed colleagues, the 2019 graduation ceremonies are their last ones in which they will participate in their official capacities. Our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Chris Bowie, and our Public Orator, distinguished Professor Paul Malem, will relinquish their roles in the course of the year 2019. Both of them have served our university loyally and with great honor, dedication, and distinction for many years. On behalf of our Chancellor, Council, and the entire Rhodes University community, we wish to convey to you both our heartfelt appreciation and deep gratitude for all that you have done for our university. Our university is much the better for the immense contribution you have made over many years. We wish you well in the next phase of your ever unfolding future. On this special occasion, let us pause and remember those students who were our graduates, classmates, and friends who passed away during the course of their studies. They too would have been graduating from Rhodes University this afternoon. Borrowing from a well-known comfort poem, so long as we live, they too shall live, for they are part of us as we remember them. To all our graduates, Mazal Tov. Sante sana, enkosi, gyalibucha, ngiyabonga. Inkom, shukran, merci beaucoup. Badanki, obrigado.
If one was to identify one of the most important challenges facing medical science in the past 30 or more years, it would be the endeavour to develop a vaccine to prevent HIV/AIDS. At the very heart of this endeavour across the world has been Professor Glenda Gray, taking on a particularly pressing challenge in South Africa, where an estimated 6.5 million people live with HIV. Professor Gray is a leader of the HIV Vaccine Trials Network, a global network striving to create a preventive HIV vaccine headquartered at the Fred Hutchinson Research Center in Seattle. Also a member of the World Health Organization's AIDS Vaccine Advisory Committee. She and her team are leading the world's largest HIV vaccine trials, involving 5,400 participants across 15 sites, backed by funding to the amount of almost 2 billion rand. The research aims to discover more about how the immune system can develop ways to counter HIV, using a strategy that primes the immune system with a viral vector containing HIV synthetic antigens and causes the immune system to develop antibodies that will bring protection against HIV. Behind her determination to find a vaccine, there is optimism. I want to be part of that team that finds an HIV vaccine, she says, and I believe we will find it. The results of the trials are due to be released later next year. Success could lead to the development of the first licensed vaccine and, no doubt, international acclaim. Her commitment to medicine has been lifelong, wanting to be a doctor from the age of 6. Realization of this ambition was not going to be easy, growing up in a working-class neighbourhood in Boksburg. One of 6 children, she was blessed with supportive parents who enabled her to go to university. So there followed years of study at the Wits Medical School, years that were for her a golden age, being instructed by renowned scientists and inspirational teachers. Years, too, when she was drawn into anti-apartheid activism, joining a campaign to desegregate hospitals, treating people injured in anti-government protests, documenting brutalities perpetrated against detainees, and beginning to be involved in the escalating HIV/AIDS crisis. In the late 1980s, working in townships with healthcare workers in the field of HIV. Following qualification as a pediatrician in 1993, the full horror of the AIDS crisis became evident to her. Stricken at the sight of babies and children dying while working at Soweto's Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital, where every third baby was born HIV positive. The images of dying infants forever imprinted in her memory. From this time, 25 years or so ago, they developed her determination to fight the virus through research. So began her research into mother-to-child transmission. In 1996, co-founding the Perinatal Research Unit at Chris Hani Hospital. In this endeavour, there were obstacles along the way. During the 1990s, Glenda advised the ANC on HIV and helped draft a national AIDS plan. But then came the AIDS denialism associated with the Mbeki presidency, a major setback for researchers and activists. Gray herself getting into a screaming match with the Minister of Health, who was recommending beetroot and garlic as cures for AIDS. When the government refused to supply the necessary antiretroviral drugs in hospitals, Glenda arranged for colleagues in the US to ship them to her. And in 2001, she was among a group who founded the Treatment Action Campaign, which was soon filing a lawsuit demanding the provision of proper treatment for HIV-positive pregnant women. A campaign boosted by the support that Glenda and others received from former President Mandela. Currently a research professor at Wits, among her many positions, Glenda Gray is an A-rated scientist with over 250 articles and papers to her name. In 2013, she became the Director of AIDS Research at the South African Medical Research Council, and the following year was named as President of the Council, the first woman to head South Africa's premier medical research organisation. In this position, her aim has been to broaden her mission beyond HIV to tackle the other major health issues in the country, such as maternal death, diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. She believes that anyone can be a scientist. Not so sure about that, speaking for myself. Research, she says, has kept her enchanted. At the same time, the HIV/AIDS epidemic has had a profound personal effect on her life. It has in some ways enriched me, she says, and in some ways embattled my life. She pays tribute to the team of researchers who have worked alongside her, and for her there are many other heroes. The children who struggle with their illness, those thrown out of their homes or even beaten to death for declaring their HIV status, the nurses, the doctors, the families, those who fought against AIDS denialism. The true heroes, she says, are the people who faced this adversity, stood up, and were prepared to be counted. And mostly, they were just citizens. Professor Gray is humble enough to recognise herself as just work in progress. But such has been the progress already that numerous awards have been bestowed upon her. To mention a few, the Femina Woman of the 90s Award. In 2002, the Nelson Mandela Health and Human Rights Award. The Hero of Medicine Award from the International Association of Physicians in AIDS Care in 2003. the Order of Mapungubwe in silver in 2013. And 2 years ago, named as the only South African in Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people of the year. Today, Rhodes University is proud to honour a world-renowned scientist, blessed with enormous energy, a deeply caring approach to medical practice, and a fundamental commitment to human well-being. A pioneer in the quest for an HIV vaccine, recognised globally as a leader in HIV prevention research, a medical practitioner who has made major contributions to improving the lives of marginalised, afflicted South Africans. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honour to request you to confer on Glenda Gray the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Thank you very much. The Chancellor, Dr. Justice Lex, I'm very nervous now, Justice Lex Mpati, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sizwe Mabizela, the Chairperson and members of the Rhodes University Council, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Dr. Peter Clayton, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Dr. Chrissy Bowie, the Registrar, Dr. Moodley, the Public Orator, Distinguished Professor Paul Malem, Deans, academics, support staff and students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and not at least the new graduates and their families and guardians who are here to celebrate their graduation, and of course my family, Diane and Albert. So congratulations are in order for the new graduates, your families and friends who have supported you to achieve this major milestone, and it is truly a major milestone. It's wonderful to be here and feel the energy of Rhodes University at the time of graduation. I was out last night and we saw all the young graduates meeting their friends and being excited. They were very excited, but I wasn't sure if they were excited about graduating or about the fact that Madrid beat Manchester United, or maybe both. So I was lucky enough to peruse the history of Rhodes University by the book that Professor Paul Malem has written. And this institution, this university, has a lot to be proud of. And everything from nanotechnology to pharmacy to commerce and to performing arts. It's truly, and I agree, it's truly a jewel of South Africa. So I'm very honored to be here. This honorary doctorate that was bestowed on me today at this graduation ceremony for law, pharmacy and commerce is truly a wonderful gesture from Rhodes University. And I'm deeply honored, and I thank you sincerely for this tribute. So I just want to go, why I'm here in the middle of a law graduation. And I wanted to say that there's a natural history and a natural synergy between law and medicine. So getting this honorary doctorate today at this graduation is doubly special, as law has played an integral part in asserting the right to health in our country. This has been emphasized by the role that law played in forcing the government to provide antiretrovirals to pregnant HIV-infected women to prevent them from transmitting HIV to their babies. The first major legal achievement was through the constitutional court case battle, that famous one that the Treatment Action Campaign brought against the then Minister of Health, Dr. Mantu Shabalala Msimang, in 2002, the outcome of which was a clear instruction to roll out these antiretroviral therapy. And this rollout eventually led to the control and virtual eradication of pediatric HIV in South Africa. So that's just how wonderful law is and what it can achieve. In addition, through international legal agreements and advocacy, antiretrovirals became affordable during the 2000s, and this consolidated the national rollout of antiretrovirals that has saved the lives of so many people in South Africa. So you can see quickly how medical evidence can be used in legal battles to achieve success in the courts of law, and how medical science has been part of this. So medical science literally saves lives, and this has especially been evident in the field of HIV. So today I will briefly sketch my path in science from a clinical researcher in the field of mother-child to child transmission of HIV. I'm not going to do a good job like Paul Malem did, but I'll be much shorter than that. So as a clinical researcher in the field of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, to my journey to join the endeavor to find an HIV vaccine. So as you've heard, my life as a scientist began when I was a young pediatrician at the Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital in Soweto on the outskirts of Johannesburg. I was confronted by the HIV epidemic in the wards of my hospital in infants and children who were infected at the time of childbirth or through breastfeeding. I was propelled into medical science by necessity and with an obsession to curb the carnage I was seeing in my hospital. As a young doctor in 1993, HIV became the epidemic of my time. And HIV has consumed the energy of the world in both the 20th and 21st century. It has exposed our medical deficiencies quite greatly, and also the global social inequalities. It has formulated careers and institutions, and the weapons created to fight HIV have been novel, like the Global Fund, UNAIDS, the famous Treatment Action Campaign, the Treatment Action Group, and PEPFAR. And all of these wonderful weapons have really gone to scale to deliver life-saving antiretroviral therapy to people at a global level. As mentioned before, the epidemic also affected me personally, as has been the case for many of my colleagues. And it pulled me from a clinician, a pediatrician, into a scientist. For me, my experience with HIV has mostly revolved around young children and their mothers. And as you've heard before, we were enriched by the epidemic, but also embattled. So it's sometimes difficult to talk about HIV in the early years in South Africa, especially in the late 90s and early 2000s. As we battled the disease in the wards of the hospitals, there was a different battle that was being played out in the public domain, and that was one of AIDS denialism. AIDS denialism had a serious and significant impact on public health policy in South Africa, and this was under the presidency of Thabo Mbeki. Mbeki criticized the scientific consensus that HIV caused AIDS, beginning shortly after his election to the presidency. As a president, Mbeki continued to express sympathy for HIV/AIDS denialism and instituted policies that denied antiretroviral drugs to AIDS patients. The Mbeki government even withdrew support from clinics that started using AZT to prevent mother-to-child transmission of HIV, as well as preventing women who were raped from receiving post-exposure prophylaxis. He also restricted the use of a pharmaceutical company's donated supply of nevirapine, a drug that helped keep newborns free from contracting HIV. Instead of providing these drugs, which he described as poison, shortly after he was elected to the presidency, he appointed Dr. Mantu Shabalala Msimang as the country's health minister, who promoted the use of unproven herbal remedies such as garlic, beetroot, and lemon juice to treat AIDS. These remedies and these policies have been blamed for the preventable deaths of about 350,000 people in South Africa. So if you take this over a period of 10 years, it's about 35,000 people a year, which is about 100 a day or 4 an hour. All of these could have been prevented. So what was the response of a lot of us who were doctors at that time? And so a lot of us became researchers. And together with my colleague James McIntyre, who was an obstetrician, we started an HIV clinic for pregnant women and their children, which led to the establishment of the Perinatal HIV Research Unit that has since been responsible for groundbreaking research that has impacted on the outcome of HIV-infected infants, children, and adults the world over. So I cut my teeth on research that looked at interventions to prevent mother-to-child transmission, and was fortunate enough to be part of a team that led the first rollout of PMT-CT interventions in Soweto. While I was busy with this work, the South African Medical Research Council approached me to join a team of South African scientists to work on a South African-derived HIV vaccine program. As a clinician, I would design the studies from preclinical work in animals to clinical trials in both South Africa and the US. In this program, we successfully completed 2 clinical trials. This initial work catapulted me to join international collaborations working in HIV, largely funded by the US NIH. So I believe only a vaccine can end or at least control the HIV epidemic. And I'll repeat that. Only a vaccine can end or at least control the HIV epidemic. Since HIV was first discovered in 1983, which is about 36 years ago, this quest has proven to be far more difficult than we ever imagined. Solving the science to find an HIV vaccine is akin to landing a man on the moon. I was 5 years old in 1969 when the first man landed on the moon. I can remember sitting there with my family listening to the radio on the night that this happened. A few days later, my father drove us to the Johannesburg City Hall, where we saw the grainy silver pictures of Neil Armstrong descending down from the ladder. John F. Kennedy said that they chose to go to the moon not because it was easy, but because it was hard. Similarly, I have seen how hard it has been to crack making an HIV vaccine, and for that reason, I've chosen to commit myself to finding an HIV vaccine because it is so hard and success is elusive. Like landing on the moon, the ideas that made the Apollo 11 initiative successful permeate to the HIV vaccine initiative. One, the beckoning of the unknown frontier or territory, the moon, HIV vaccine, the urgency and the plausibility of finding an HIV vaccine, the cumulative strategy that we saw for what it took to take a man on the moon, and then, of course, what's very important, collaboration. It took about 400,000 people to put the man on the moon. So why don't we have an HIV vaccine? It takes a long time to understand pathogens and how to protect against them. It took 105 years after the discovery of typhoid to develop a vaccine for typhoid. For whooping cough, it took 89 years. For polio, 47 years. And for measles, 42 years. HIV also has enormous genetic diversity. It has an extraordinary ability to replicate unrelentingly despite everything our immune system throws at it. And this makes our job incredibly hard. In fact, we don't currently know what constitutes an appropriate immune response to HIV, which makes this quest all the more difficult. We have many hurdles to jump over in trying to find an HIV vaccine, so I'm just going to name 6 of them. Firstly, we don't have any truly useful small animal or monkey model for studying infection, and the vaccines we test in monkeys have to be adapted and therefore don't correlate well with human studies. Secondly, we do not know with certainty which immune response will provide protection, and this is a major problem. Thirdly, we have never before attempted to develop a vaccine against a retrovirus like HIV. Retroviruses, by integrating into genomes such as ours, are able to hide completely from immune surveillance. This means that any vaccine has a small window of opportunity in which to prevent infection and would have to be extremely effective, repelling all attempts by HIV to attach to and infect host cells. Fourth, the pace of HIV replication in our bodies is such that we have about 24 hours after the first CD4 T cell is infected by HIV in which to destroy enough infected cells to control viral replication. Fifthly, a large part of the HIV's genome is devoted to the production of viral proteins that defeat our natural immune responses. Thus, despite this initial burst of HIV viral replication, the immune system fails to see the cells that are producing it. And finally, HIV has evolved a way of tricking us, of tricking the immune system into mounting the strongest and speediest response to the parts of HIV that change rapidly. And so our immune system is always one step behind the HIV virus. So today in South Africa, we are approaching the virus in three different distinct ways, in the form of 3 HIV vaccine trials, of which you've heard about one of them. 2 approaches use the active vaccination aimed at different parts of the immune response to see whether we can induce enough of the immune system to protect against HIV. The third approach that we are using is to use an infusion or an injection of potent neutralizing antibodies to see if this can protect against HIV. These studies are taking place in more than 30 sites in southern Africa, from Mthatha to Blantyre, from Maputo to Masiphumelele, from Rustenburg to eThekwini, involving more than 400 research staff and now over 10,000 volunteers. What a commitment to science. So in conclusion, I do believe that we are on the brink of discovering what it takes to protect people against HIV. We may be lucky with one of our 3 approaches, but we also may be well sent back to the drawing board if we're not lucky. My colleagues and I are determined to end our careers the same way we started them, without HIV. We want to relegate HIV to our history. But for this, we need you young graduates in this room to help us, to take the baton, to run with us, after us, to find solutions in places we have not discovered yet. You have been equipped by your university to achieve great things, and I'm going to say that again. You have been equipped by your university to achieve great things. And hopefully you will be inspired to tackle deadly diseases like HIV in a transdisciplinary manner in which Rhodes has equipped you to do. And may you then achieve what I can only dream about. Congratulations, you graduates. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Pharmacy on the following candidates. Tufal Ahmad, Samgelo Apleni, Sibulele August, Nicole Fortunate Baloyi, Divakshna Kiar Bensari. Pravesh Badu. Mosa Chipape. Renita Chetty. Tinotenda Vanessa Chiziwa. Vanessa Tendai Shivere. Dylan Cox with distinction. Jivesh Dayodari. Mendy Henna Dazrem. Misha Daya with distinction. Kanya Degeda. Clarence Tivagudze Deke with distinction. Rumbidzai Sarudzai Liwayo. Nomaka Dlamini. Lisoletu Jova. Adila Duhache with distinction. Cedric Nyahong Feka. Lindoguhle Pel Gama. Zekaria Gani. Krabashni Lauren Gavinda. Saishali Gavinda. Shivani Gavinda. Sanele Zizile Queen Kwabini. Demin Harakraj. Sinegugu Hlachwayo. Londega Sinethemba Hlegwayo with distinction. Masana Rosemary Shungwani. Fatima Zahara Hussein. Amelia Joanne Hutchison. Luke Dominic Jekha. Alexander Luke Jason. Chandika Devi Janki with distinction. Mohammed Jua with distinction. Jishal Kumar Rama Jiram. Shumirai Junior Chonera with distinction. Aisha Yusuf. Vimbaneshe Shelley Kanyangarara with distinction. Bochelo Tsepo Lediretse. Londiwe Zamandima Lembede. Sesetu Leve. Samantha Mavira. Shelumusa Pel Madide. Renifa Madondo. Amandas Mahilengam. Tafik Mohammed. Sibusiso Marvin Mahwai. Vuisega Makeleni. Ndivuo Makari. God knows Xavier Makwara. Teboho Johannes Malakwane. Ruwaida Mamode Ali with distinction. Jocelyn Manikam. Pauline Tendai Maniki. Tasha Kayla Mathinas. Chimangazo Ivy Mashau. Sipesihle Fortunate Mashiho. Mbali Fortunate Mashia. Ruvimbo Rumbidzai Masiwa. Zukanye Mazibugwana. Noluvo Mbabela. Zandisiwe Mbawule with distinction. Monwabisi Mbusi. Asavela Mhlanga. Sikholiwe Mjamba. Kudzai Susan Mkwakwami. Shewiyokholo Oscar Mohwale. Kwena Cedric Mokwele. Ntabiseng Sebabato Moloi. Sumaya Musa. Koketso Maropa. Khadija Motala. Terence Metembe Moyo. Katlego Sharon Mphahlele. Ayanda Mtatana. Lungelo Hope Mchali. Roda Munyadziwa Mudau. Prudence Vimbai Munyai. Fadzai Patricia Mutingwende. Mufaro Ronika Muzondo. Tokmo Mvukwe. Atenkosi Mvulana. Babalwa Ndabangaye. Lloyd Tsepo Ndlovu. Johnson Dadirai Ndonde. Bongumenzi Mthulisi Ndwandwe. Akhona Ayabonga Ngolongo. Matilda Ketumetse Nkwane. Kamani Nande Ndoyi. Siyabonga Ntutu. Silungile Nzama. Urel Jade Padayache. Adila Riaz Patel. Saveshen Pather. Gomolemo Paul. Zuzo kuhle Nkosi Sizwile phakathi. Langa liphumile plaki. Levashni Ponusemi. Siphiwo Soxolo Qoyo. Yashmika Rajikumar. Amohelang Ramarotole. Mishka Deshan Ramduki. Aitish Rampiere. Rukaya Bibi Rosen. Kesley Scott. Shriya Sipasad. Bibi Aisha Sharif. Chennai Vivian Shoniwa. Abenati Sidzatane. Sabelo Sakhiles Hlongonyana. Divash Singh. Jutika Singh. Kuvashna Singh. Mikalam Singh with distinction. Mohammed Solwa. Pronalis Rudowashe Tafumanei. Tsepo Tapolis. Busisi Wetembe. Kawe Teise. Pumza Tilana. Simpiwe Shabalala. Vuyolwetu Chabeni. Kutala Chona. Lambert Tuishime. Yusuf Suleiman Vahed. Zainab Mojisola Wintola. Glenda Sashi Yamba. Ati Zide.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Laws on the following candidates. Nasreen Bejnaz. Michaela Allison Bodier. Matthew Keanu Boer. Dylan Lee Boucher. Jessica Jane Boer. Rowan. Rowan Charles Bromham. Tinase Chinongira. Maxine Chiswetu. Tatenda Hatiwande Chiwese. Tinutendo Tariro Chizanga. Greg Curtis. Munyaradzi Blessing Denere. Ndlazama Vukosi Madala Dumisa. Joshua Thomas Dunn. Tasman June Foster. Joshua Geldnes. Nicholas James Greef. Andra Elizabeth Hoole. Wesley Francis Howe. Zulka Joseph. Wairimu Shege Karagu. Christine Wangui Kariuki. Sipusetu Kevin Kumalo with distinction. Jared Wesley Kabush. Bronwyn Catliano Tabang Kodisang. Lancelot Kudzai Kundiona. Nadine Chidu Kupemba. Itabi Singh Tandeni Tiffany Mapala. Lauren Martinez. Takundo Anashe Nash Moongwa. Anike Molatelu Molewa. Tembelile Chantal Mtiyane. Olivia Natasha Mukuziwa. Sambarashe Isau Mupfumi. Chido Sharon Muvingi. Kelly Nombuyisielo Mzobe. Revimbo Ndoro. Bradley Nyamwihura. Moliwetu Nyati. Rachel Nyazenga. Sabrine Nazira Arabi. Lauren Olivia Owens. Yulita Nyasha Paratama. Tembeka Amanda Pepu. Munyaradzi Terence Pununungwe. Retabile Michelle Ratsomo. Lorraine Safaku. Samuel Vulindlela Shava. Nobuhle Sibia. Robin Smith. Viwe Sokacha. Jessica Ann Steele with distinction. Kudzanai Winet Zvetu. Nomcebo Notandu Zanele Tusi. Tegan Robin Vogus. Christopher John White with distinction. Somila Yeye.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award the postgraduate diploma in taxation to the following candidates. Rutendo Shelter Chikukwa. Prudence Kumalo. Alfred Modupe Letsela with distinction. Andesiwe Madenyuka. Amokalani Manese. Sipokazi Ndamase. Khonani Tsusetsile Nkabinde. Ellen Mormahau Piri. Linda Kushle Efui Tamaklau. Pumalela Denzel Zondi. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award the postgraduate diploma in accountancy to the following candidates. Jody Francis Colville. Abelisa Tinashe Dube. Tandile Lupumlo Dukashe. Yonela Fumba. Christopher Kuselo Kale. Shlabisile Banele Mabaso. Luto Makringwana. Zizipo Manona. Teboho Harmony Eric Mapala. Amanda Guguletu Masuku. Kobani Mayoyo. Liso Mfanta. Aviwe Luandile Keche Ngobile Mgedezi. Volwetu Mdawo. Martha Letlabile Mukwevo. Funzo Mulandana. Lusubilo Musiani. Vincent Sandile Indebele. Sure. Wavudi Ndao. Wavudi. Wavuzi Ndao. Farilani Elsie Khaulimi. Lulamile Sabuka. Richard Pierre Sauls. Yolanda Sidlabane. Odwa Tiam. Yamkela Yase. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with honors on the following candidates. Robert Julian Napier Bartlett in Information Systems. Kylie Jane Bell in Information Systems. Monteba Fikile Bebe in Economics. Justin Gray Brill in Economics. Guy John Campbell in Economics. Terusha Chetty in Financial Management. Andrew Richard Vivian Cowper in Information Systems with distinction. Michael John Anthony Cowper in Economics with distinction. Samantha Amy Craney in Management. Carl Ludwig Datzer in Economics. Octavia Natalie Duplessis in Management. Wilhelmus Petrus Dupré in Economics. Sivuyele Sipusetu Foster in Financial Management. Nita Harry in Management with distinction. Siobhan Caitlin Hitchcock in Economics with distinction. Lindy Ware-Kurz in Economics. Lulu Wendy Kumalo in Information Systems. Solomon Anthony Kint in economics. Joshua Enesu Mayonganisi in management. Fadzai Valerie Matapuri in economics. Jake Peter Maynard Mead in information systems with distinction. Tembalani Yongama Niki in economics. Dylan Murrah in economics. Lefapa Peter Motlong in information systems. Kayakazi Nomka in financial management. Lulama Gabriel Nchangase in information systems. Tebogo Nswane in information systems. Tafadzwa Nyamugafata in financial management. Michael Robert Owen in economics. Kate Panton in information systems with distinction. Tamara Pillay in economics with distinction. Nkosazana Lady Di Princess Gulameni in financial management. Chenjerai Philemon Sangarwe in financial management. Sinakolo Shunku in economics. Pelisa Sitsatane in information systems. Asemashle Sitiana in mathematical statistics. Nokolo Joyce Sokweba in accounting. Ophelia Natalie Staub in management. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Economics with honors on the following candidates. Amanda Zibusiso Bebe in economics. Pule Daniel Mokwena in information systems. Notando Cleopatra Sodzeme in economics.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science in Pharmacy. Hariska Naidu with distinction in pharmaceutics. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Pharmacy on the following candidates: Theodore Orlando Duxbury in pharmacy practice. Rufaro Immaculate Mahanza with distinction in pharmacy practice. Praise Marara in pharmacy practice.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Science on the following candidates: Frank Chukwuezuoke Akamangwina in Water Resource Science. Alexander Akoto Danso in Physics. Louis-Francois Venado in Computer Science. Siklile Sibongiseni Tentani in Chemistry. Michael Reginald Davis in Computer Science. Ishmael Dube in Computer Science. Sipelele Buntu Janchi in Zoology. Stephen Grant Ellery in Geography. Yeston Johnson in Computer Science with distinction. Priscilla Keche in Biotechnology with distinction. Afra Yusuf Hussein Karala in Bioinformatics. Diana Yawa Klutzi in Physics.
Thank you.
Viwe Krele in microbiology. Clint McAleer in entomology. Bongani Cyprian Maduna in human kinetics and ergonomics. Daniel Fisu Mkhlangu in physics with distinction. Amanda Magnani in environmental science with distinction. Sivu Yesiwe Mapukata in chemistry with distinction. Consilia Tebogo Masebe in geography. Siti Ngeglana in chemistry. Isabel Andrea Miklim in marine biology. Benjamin Erich Miller in entomology with distinction. Kawekazi Mkabile in water resource science. Sandiso Mguni in entomology. In Tabealeng Regina Modube in chemistry with distinction. Holisha Moodley in microbiology. Natasha Jade Moore in geography with distinction. Unako Bongani Mpiti in chemistry with distinction. Pule Peter Mpopetsi in fishery science. Siti Yanda Mtwa in mathematical statistics. Shefe Elumbilo Mulateli in entomology. Pranavan Naidu in botany. Nobukle Ndebele in chemistry with distinction. Afika Njwaku in environmental science. Indifulani Oriel in Kabalani in exploration geology. Luazi Nombembe in fishery science. Slindile Brightness Nkai in entomology with distinction. Gareth David Nuttall Smith in zoology. Naamdi Ogochinyere Nwahara in chemistry with distinction. Namso Nyamela in geography with distinction. Chiamaka Jessica Okeke in bioinformatics. Glynis Ori in biochemistry. Siwapiwe Peteni in chemistry with distinction. Dennis Seposihle Khadebe in environmental science. Matibogo Mary Ralaketla in water resource science. Isabella Danio Ramala in physics. Mark Allen Regensburg in computer science with distinction. Robert Pierre Rousseau in biochemistry. Martinus Johannes Skeppers in fishery science with distinction. Nicholas Conrad Smith in ichthyology. Veronica Schmidt in computer science with distinction. Wendy Mapefo Sejota in microbiology. Azoli Sendelo in chemistry with distinction. Sibusiso Tebogo Sishi in computer science. Kyle Norman Smitheram in hydrology. Jacqueline Ann Trasiera in marine biology. Samuel Nwako Twam in physics. Kakunawa Wazua in economic geology. Simpiwe Nklankla Zita in physics.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy on the following candidates. Nolene Fashi, based in Kimberley Hospital Complex. The practice of administering medicines to patients unable to swallow through nasogastric tubes is common. Interactions between administered medicines or between medicines and tube components can compromise therapy. An investigation in several wards of a tertiary hospital in the Kimberley Hospital Complex revealed in 75% of cases investigated that a chemical incompatibility was likely. The potential for harm was high in 15% of the cases, and in many, efficacy was compromised. The study conducted by Nolene indicates that early identification of potential interactions is required to shorten hospital stays, reduce cost, and ensure positive therapeutic outcomes that can only be achieved by appropriate training of hospital staff. Congratulations. Noktawe Mdazuga Dlani, she's based in Port Elizabeth Provincial Hospital. Sodium valproate is mainly used to treat epilepsy and bipolar disorders, and sometimes it's used to treat migraine headaches. Sodium valproate causes birth defects in babies born to women that use the medicines during pregnancy. A survey undertaken in primary care clinics in Port Elizabeth revealed that only 20% of patients interviewed knew the risk of taking sodium valproate whilst pregnant. A subsequent survey of records to ascertain whether prescribers in 10 psychiatric clinics in Port Elizabeth and Uitenhage knew of manufacturer warnings related to sodium valproate use in pregnant women. Noktawe found that the necessary counseling, educational material, and communication with female patients was inadequate in all those clinics. Therefore, accessible information suitable for patients at this institution was developed and made available to ensure better patient care. Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor's Distinguished Community Engagement Award is presented annually to a Rhodes University staff member who has dedicated their time, skills, knowledge, and expertise to forge mutually respectful, beneficial, and socially significant initiatives and partnerships to address the national development agenda. Mr. Chancellor, today I have the honour of presenting to you Professor Carolyn Palmer from the Institute for Water Research for the 2018 medal. Professor Tally Palmer, for this is how she was more widely known, trained as an ecologist and completed her honours, master's and doctoral degree here at Rhodes University. She's been involved in the Institute for Water Research since 1992, moving from the rank of senior lecturer to that of full professor. In November 2016, she was appointed as director of the Institute. As a leader within the Institute and the university more generally, she has engaged with research and the supervision and research that is used effectively and as rapidly as possible to advance equity and sustainability in South Africa. Over the past decade, her way of working has been guided by an understanding of general complexity theory and transdisciplinarity. She's a pioneer of what has become known as engaged research, research that is practice-based, draws on knowledge across academic domains and from practitioners and communities, and is used to effect behavioural change towards achieving social and ecological justice. Professor Palmer is more than aware that it is increasingly necessary to embrace the need for a diverse set of skills and expertise to tackle the mounting challenges related to the sustainable management of South Africa's water resources. Critically, this means listening to and engaging with communities. She insists that since access to safe drinking water, as well as water for economic and human well-being, presents huge challenges, learning to share and care for water cooperatively, protecting water ecosystems, ensuring that ecosystems are catalysts for livelihoods in deep rural areas, and managing failing waste water treatment plants across the country are all critical to the sustainability of water and natural resources in South Africa. Professor Palmer believes that by imagining a common vision for the future in partnership with communities and breaking that into achievable small steps, a principled, pragmatic water practice may emerge as a positive way forward. Since 2013, Professor Palmer's main engaged research activities have been undertaken in the area of integrated water resource management, where she's worked extensively in the Upper Cowie and Crocodile River catchments. Whilst also using complex theoretical approaches, her approach to her research has paid particular attention to ensuring that stakeholders participating in any of the research processes, which include planning, data collection and analysis, and knowledge sharing, are able to participate fairly in explicitly inclusive processes. Her work in the Upper Cowie catchment was engaged at the local government, Makana, sub-catchment scale, and has accelerated local water institutional development with the establishment of the first South African Water, Sanitation and Catchment Management Forum. The combined forum is actively co-hosted by the Makana Municipality and the Department of Water and Sanitation. The forum, called the Makana Water Forum by participants, is actively developing a local catchment management strategy for the Upper Cowie River catchment to contribute to household water security. To date, more than 85 stakeholders representative of local interests have actively participated in the work of the forum. Professor Palmer is now extending her work to the Sitsa River catchment. At a policy and strategic level, her research has had massive impact. In July 2016, the National Department of Environmental Affairs Natural Resource Management Chief Directorate formally adopted participatory and collaborative approaches as the basis of their conservation implementation practice. Her contributions to the water sector saw her nominated for the South African Society of Aquatic Scientists Gold Medal in 2016 by the late Professor J. O'Keefe, who wrote in his nomination, "I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that Tali has been the most effective and influential game changer of her generation of aquatic scientists. Respected and listened to by her peers, by water managers, and by policymakers up to national ministerial level, Tali has been instrumental in mainstreaming environmental water science into practice in a number of years." And so, Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award the 2018 Vice-Chancellor's Distinguished Community Engagement Medal to Professor Tali Palmer.
I also confer degrees and award diplomas on those candidates named in the program who are in absentia. Please rise for the national anthem. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I dissolve this congregation of Rhodes University.